Good morning, dear students. Today we're going to learn a new thing, writing instructions. First of all, what are instructions? Instructions are written sentences or things, a text that is written for someone who needs to know how to do something. Like what? Examples to understand more, like recipes, how to cook something, how to make a cake, how to make a sandwich, a cup of coffee, fruit salad, and so on. How to play a game. Whether you have a new game, video game, PlayStation, Wii, instruction, board game, instructions of games, how to play a game. Or how to make a craft, bumpkin, origami, kite, or puppet crafts. And safety procedure posters. Stop here, cross, exit, pull, push, and so on. How to write instructions. To write instructions, there are some criteria that we have to follow. First of all, we have to write instructions in present tense. So we never ever use will, and we never put the verb in the past, and we never use verb in gerund with ing, just to the verb as it is. Second, we have to put this verb as imperative and the adverbs to modify each step. Like how? Like cross the road carefully. Cross is an imperative order, and carefully is an adverb to modify how we cross the road. Third, we have to use the topic word, which means the proper word that fits more or the most suitable word. We can't say go through the road. No, the most proper word is cross. Four, time conjunctions like first, second, after that, next, and so on. Last one, use clear descriptions, which means that we have to add details to know exactly what we need. For example, mix the dough with wooden spoon, or mix the flour and milk in the mixer. So I use the details that make the instruction very clear. For example, if we look here, what we have someone planting a sunflower. How can we write this one? When we write an instruction, we have to follow its own frame out or layout or the organization of this text. First of all, we have the title, How to Plant a Sunflower Seed. So this is a heading or a title. Tell us exactly what we're going to write after that. What's in the text so the reader don't miss it or being confused what you want from your text. Second thing, we have simple introduction like this one. Are you bored of sitting at home? Then it's time to find something useful to do. It's a plant a sunflower. This is an introduction to hook the reader. Simple, small one, but attractive. The third part of the text is things that we need, materials, ingredients. What do you need? And we write it in bullets. Why? And they are short words, short phrases or words. A small pot, short phrase. Soil, word. Seeds, word. Watering can, phrase. Water. All these are bulleted phrases and words. Why? We don't need details here, a lot of details. After that, the body is the second paragraph in the body is what to do, instructions, steps, how we do it. And then this one, We write in bullets or in numbers, and we use time conjunctions like first, next, and we use adverbs like gently, carefully, and we add details, specific details to make the instructions clear, like put 1 or 2 seeds into the soil. Put 1 or 2, this is the maximum number that we use in each pot. So here we write the steps, and we have to make sure that each bullet or each number is only introducing or giving one step in the instruction, step by step, so the reader cannot ever be confused. Final thing, if we have it, we add the tip top. It's like advice to make your text perfect. Like this one, water the soil every day to help your sunflower grow. So this one is like a top advice for it. We call it tips. So overall, again, we start with the heading, then a small and interesting hook introduction as introduction. Then we write the material, and it's a list and bullets, using bullets or using numbers. Then the steps, and we use with them time connectors, adverbs, details that are necessary. After that, and finally at the very end, we write the top tips. Okay, let's go on. This is a salad, pizza, fruit pizza. How to make it? This is the heading. Are you hungry and you wish something delicious to eat? It's time for our superfruit pizza. Introduction. You will need digestive biscuits, natural yogurt, 3 to 4 different types of fruit, for example, apple, banana, grapes, orange. Plate, spreading knife, sharp knife, a grown-up. So these are the materials or ingredients. After that, the steps, how we do it, what to do. First, place your biscuits in the plate. Then spread the yogurt onto the biscuit. Carefully cut up the fruit into small pieces. Ask a grown-up to help you with this sharp knife. This sentence between 2 parentheses to make sure that you understand or take care of it. This is the extra detail that you must read carefully and follow. Finally, put the fruit in the top of the yogurt and enjoy. This is how to do the steps. And last thing, the top tip, sorry. The top tip is keep the fruit pizzas in the fridge once made. Okay, so this is the advice that make it super delicious. Let's go on. Imperative verbs. Imperative verbs in general are words that describe action, occurrence, or state. For example, here we have the ice cream is melting. It tells us what happens to the ice cream. The snowman wears a hat. What is the snowman doing? He wears a hat. So imperative is a bossy verb or the verb that tell you what to do. It's a command. It's like an order that you have to do. For example, eat your lunch, tidy your cloakroom, write today's date, walk home after school. All these imperatives, they are passive verbs. They give you an order to do what is said to you. Go and buy your crisps. So these 2 verbs are imperatives. Eat your lunch, tidy your cloakroom, write today's date, walk home. Now, once I start a sentence with one of these passive verbs or imperative verbs, this sentence turns to be an instruction. So again, the instruction or the command must start with an imperative verb. More examples, go outside to play. Spot the difference between these pictures. Ask your dad what he thinks. Kick the ball into the goal. Surprise your friend to cheer them up. Okay, now where do we see the imperative verbs in general? Imperative verbs are used in persuasive advertisements like buy this now and get one free. Set instructions, go to your class directly through this corridor. Recipes, add the flour after the milk. Conversation, like when we talk to each other, mom says, go and do your homework. And I said, make sure that your room is tidy. All these are the occasions that we use imperative verbs in. Let's think about this one. Below is a command sentence where this imperative verb is missing. How many imperative verbs can we think of which would fit this command? Up and walk away. Stand up. Thank you so much. Stand up is so suitable one. More examples, get up and walk away. Stand up and walk away. Tidy up, fit yourself and walk away. So we have three options or three possible verbs that we may use. Okay, what about this one? Eat your sandwich or make your sandwich or have your sandwich. Okay. Tie your shoes, put on your shoes, wear your shoes, clean your shoes, put your shoes away. Help your brother, take care of your brother, support your brother. All these verbs can work as imperative. So the imperative verb make the sense or give the sentence its own meaning, actually. Okay, now let's play this game. Switch. How can I use switch in an imperative sentence? Switch on the lights. Switch off the TV. Switch on the radio. Okay, another verb, for example, we're going to have support. Support your friend, whatever happens. Now let's go to the learner book, page 112 and 113. Here we have in the books a a text which is headed as planting courgette seeds. So this is the heading. Courgettes are also known as zucchini. They are most popular vegetable for squash of the squash family. They have a deep green skin with a pale flesh and are easy to cook. It's an information it's an information introduction that I use to arouse the interest or hook my reader. Courgette plants grow very big and need a larger space to sprawl over. However, it's possible to start the plants grow in small containers on a sunny window ledge. What you'll need, these are the materials: composite, courgette seeds, small pots, plastic drinking cups, or old yogurt pots can be used. Extra details, but they are necessary. Water. My needs are listed in bullets. Then what to do? The steps. Number one, fill the pot about 6 centimeters below the top with composite. 2, place a seed in the composite. If I go through these, I will find that they are first numbered. Second, they start with, all of them start with passive verb or imperative. I have extra details necessary for descriptive and to make my instruction specific used between brackets. And I find a lot of adverbs that modify the instructions to make them clear, like water, well, hold slightly, Gently. Okay. Remember to wash your hands. This is the top tip. And the new vocabulary of this text, we have composite, decaying plant material which is added to soil to improve its quality. Pale describes light or a color that is not bright or strong. Sprawl, to spread untidily. Moist, slightly wet, especially in good way. Soggy, unpleasantly or wet and soft. Transplant means to move something. Okay, the exercise in the book, find the imperatives. We find some of them. Now let's move to exercise 2. Choose the correct word in for each definition. I'll give you a moment to think about it. Okay, let's discover. A shape with 4 sides of equal length is square. An argument, squabble. A sudden rise in wind speed, squall. The same as, equal. Part of a navy fleet. Navy fleet means a group of ships. Squadron. Okay. Now this is the last exercise. Read these instructions on how to cook a recipe which includes courgettes have become muddled up. They are muddled. Number them so that they are in the correct order. Let's think about them for a moment. Okay, now let's put them in the order. First, heat the oven. I know that from the word time connector, first. After that, secondly, slice the tomato. I have the word time connector secondly. So no, it doesn't need a lot of effort to think and figure it out. Third, thirdly, put the slice. Now I need to read to make sure and think carefully to make sure this is one of the followed steps. So not all the time I use the time connectors. Put the garlic in the cheese bowl. After that, fry the marinated courgette until soft. Oil and oven proof. And the last one is finally finish with a large layer. Thank you so much for your listening, and I hope that you enjoy it.